Hey millionaires, it's your girl, the Millionaire Mommy, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about the biggest decision that I think I will ever make. So stay tuned. Been pondering and I've been debating about really talking about it and really giving detail about, I guess, certain parts of my life. So when it comes to YouTube, I try to keep some things private because I think that some things are it's just better if you don't expose too much information. And this is one of those things, I'm just gonna go for it. You know, I'm often nervous about comments and if I'll get negativity in my inbox but this is one of those things, I'm just gonna go for it. I think when I signed up to do YouTube, I signed up to be transparent and I signed up to be honest. And so that's what I'm gonna do. So in one of my videos, I did give you a little bit of detail about my struggle with my weight and my struggle with weight loss. I had weight loss surgery almost 3 years ago. So September of 2018. It is January of 2021 right now. And so this September will be 3 years. And I lost a total of 75 pounds, which for some people that's really good. But I think when it comes to having like weight loss surgery, I don't feel like, for me, that wasn't good. I had a goal of 100 pounds. The day of surgery, I weighed 341.6 pounds. That was literally with no clothes on, just my hospital gown, going to get cut open. And 341.6, that was not even my highest weight, y'all. My highest weight was like 385, and that was pregnancy. That was giving birth to my third baby. I typically was around 335, anywhere from 330 to 315 to 330, maybe 320 to 330. And usually my weight settled at 333. Why? I have no clue, but 333 was usually my normal weight. I was diabetic. I'm still diabetic. My diabetes is controlled, but I was diabetic, which my diabetes was very uncontrolled. I couldn't feel my feet. I was 24 and I couldn't feel my feet. I would take 3 pills, glimepiride, metformin, and insulin, twice a day with the pills, and then after every meal with the insulin. Y'all, I was 24. I'm 34 now, but that's really bad for a 24-year-old to not be able to feel your feet, to not be able to enjoy life and partake in regular activities that a 24-year-old should partake in. I had to be hospitalized a couple times. Like, my diabetes was bad and I didn't take care of myself. I learned my unhealthy habits from my mom. My mom was diabetic and she did the exact same thing. She ate what she wanted, when she wanted, and she didn't try to take care of herself. And so the purpose of having weight loss surgery was because I didn't want to be like her. I wanted to be the opposite of her. I wanted to take care of me so that I can be here for my kids. My mom died when I was 18, and it really bothered me that when I started my adult life, or when I started having kids, I didn't have her. I didn't have help. She wasn't around. And I wanted to make sure that that didn't happen to my kids. I wanted to make sure that I didn't allow diabetes or high blood pressure to kill me. So I took that step to take care of me. It wasn't originally about looking good. It was more so about getting rid of diabetes and high blood pressure. And I had the surgery in September of 2018. Like I said, by November, my hypertension was gone. My hypertension was gone before November. But I started going to the gym and exercising, and then I would get really lightheaded. I would pass out, and it was because my blood pressure was really low. So by November, I was off of high blood pressure medicine, no longer hypertensive, and my blood pressure was actually below I don't want to say below normal, but it was like 99 over, I want to say 100, maybe 99 over 100. And that's pretty good. Maybe June of 2019, maybe May of 2019 that I stopped taking my diabetic medication. I couldn't concentrate, I couldn't focus, I couldn't see, I couldn't like talking, I couldn't do it. And it was because my sugars were really, really low. So I stopped taking my diabetic medication because my sugars were sometimes 45. One time my sugar was in 35. It was literally 35. And I couldn't talk. I was trying to talk to my daughter and tell her something, and I couldn't do it. And y'all, I don't know why I didn't recognize or identify that maybe my blood sugar, my glucose was low. And honestly, it's because I never had low blood sugar. I've always had really, really high blood sugars. My blood sugars were so high that sometimes they were almost 600. They were almost 600. Yeah. And that's with medication, that's with insulin. And y'all, I was so reckless with it, I would just go ahead and take me some extra insulin. So for example, we went on a cruise for spring break, 8-day cruise, and I was drinking and I would eat whatever, because you know, it's all your food is free on the cruise. So I would eat and drink whatever I wanted, and I would take my medicine in the morning, take it at nighttime, but all the extra stuff that I was doing, it really wasn't helpful. So my sugar was literally 585, and I felt really, really weird, and I was sweating, and I came in the room and I literally took a shot of insulin, and then I went back out and continued to do what I was doing. So y'all, I was so reckless. I didn't care. It didn't matter. But I realized that I needed to get me together and I needed to do better. So that was the purpose for having weight loss surgery. I did have the gastric sleeve, and I'm sure for those of you that are watching this video by now, you know what that is. But if you don't, it is when they cut your stomach into the shape of a small banana, and it basically restricts your food intake. So I would only be able to eat 4 ounces. And yeah, my weight did not fall off. This honestly, they tell you, oh, your weight falls off. No, the weight did not fall off. I was always really hesitant. To this day, I've only told 4 people that I had weight loss surgery. A lot of people will ostracize you and criticize you because you took that step, and some people like to attach the fact that you didn't do the work to I think they like to associate the fact that you had weight loss surgery with you not doing the work. And that's not true. For some people, the weight falls off. For me, that didn't happen. For me, I had to work. I had to work hard for those 75 pounds to come off. I was in the gym twice a day. Sometimes I would be in the gym 3 times a day. I counted everything. I'm talking about even water. I counted everything that I did, everything I put in my body, I counted. I paid attention to everything. And that was my life. That was my life, trying to make sure that the tool inside of my body worked for me. I'll say maybe September of 2019, I stopped losing weight. So I really haven't really lost since since September of 2019. And I'm also sad to say that after COVID, I even put on weight. Y'all, I was just stacking it on, okay? Gyms were closed. Gym was my happy place. That's what I did. The gyms were closed. Couldn't get to the gym. Walking was boring. So I was eating. I mean, what else was there to do? We are in the house. So I started eating, and I put on 30 pounds. And I actually have an appointment with my surgeon to try and get a revision. So my revision is not because I've put on my 30 pounds. My revision is because my diabetes has not resolved. I have been able to not take medication, and I exercise. I try to eat healthy, and I say try because I do. you know, if we're gonna go out as a family and eat ice cream, I will have a small bit of ice cream. There's some things that I won't eat, but I do a lot more than what I did after I originally had surgery. And my diabetes did not go away. My diabetes is still here. And I've been having problems with feeling my hands. So not so much as my feet as it used to be, but my hands. And in the middle of the night, I'm in pain. Every night I'm in pain. I wake up and just to move my hands is not enough. I have to get up, I have to walk, I have to actually walk and move to get the blood circulating. And if you've ever been woken up in the middle of the night and you got to get up and move, you don't want to go back to sleep because you're up. And so that's every night. Maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 1 a.m. And that means I'm up for the rest of the day. And then I'm a mom, I have 3 kids. So I got to get up and it's business as usual. I'm really only getting maybe 3 hours of sleep at night. So I did go to my doctor, my primary physician, and according to them, things are still good. But I probably should go back to taking my diabetic medication. Now, they did decrease the medication so that I don't feel dizzy or so that my sugar levels are not, they're not extremely low because of the medication. But I don't want to be on medication. I don't want to live a life where every day I'm restricted to, or I'm tied to this medication. My health is tied to this pill. I don't want to do that. That's not where I want to be. It has been a wonderful journey. Over a year with no medication. It's been beautiful. I get up, I go when I want to, I take my vitamins, and that's it. I move and I have a good time. I don't have to worry about, and I just make sure that I eat the way that I'm supposed to. But I don't want to have to worry about, did I take my medicine? Did I not take my medicine? I don't want to have to worry about that. So my surgeon, he did offer me, a choice of what surgery I'd like. He suggested that I have the DS, which is the duodenal switch. However, I chose the gastric sleeve. I was afraid of the complications that I would have after having the duodenal switch. So I went for the lesser complicated surgery, which was the gastric sleeve. And to be honest, I don't think that things didn't turn out the way that I would have liked them. Because my diabetes is not resolved, that makes me a primary candidate to have a revision, because the goal is to improve your health. Yes, my health has improved, but diabetes is a serious complication, and so they will do a revision. I do have an appointment on this coming Friday, which I'm so excited. But I will be taking you guys along because I realized that with the first weight loss surgery, I didn't tell anybody and I kept it a secret. And I think that being more vocal and letting people in and, building, participating with this community of other individuals that are in my circumstances or in my situation, I think that it'll be helpful. So I really would like to take you guys along for this journey. I think I'm going to do another video and tell you about the process for the first surgery, because it was a hard process. Like, that was not easy. I hope that this is helpful. I hope that you guys decide to come along with me for this particular journey and watch my success story. So if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comments down below. And as always, like and subscribe. Why not? So once again, this is The Millionaire Mommy. Thank you for watching my video. Have a great day, guys.